Sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Sometimes, sometimes, sometimes.
Jared Anthony Higgins, better known as Juice WRLD.
He was one of the leading artists out of his SoundCloud era that had a unique sound that connected with millions of fans and even had thousands of artists trying to replicate his sound.
Gucci on me, so I'm classy. I feel like he was saying both my niggas, cause we ran this shit like a track meet.
But what exactly made his sound so special? What were the elements that set him apart from the rest? Some people online would have you believe that all you needed was his preset, but by the end of this video, I'm going to show you what it takes to sound like Juice WRLD did. Part number one, the gear and the vocal chain. Juice WRLD was known to use a variety of microphones during his recording sessions. Here are some of the verifiable microphones that he used. First up, the Neumann U87 AI. This is one of the most popular microphones in the music industry, and this is widely believed to be Juice WRLD's primary microphone. But in some of his early recordings, Juice WRLD recorded with the Rode NT1A. This microphone is more of an affordable option, but it still delivers a high quality sound. And last but not least, we got the underground favorite is the Neumann TLM103. This microphone is popular among the underground. It is known for its warm and detailed sound, so it goes crazy for the melodic auto-tune artists. But to take it a step further and actually speak on facts, Juice WRLD did record through analog gear. It wasn't just plugins or just stock plugins either. And I'm not just talking to talk. I'm gonna let this engineer talk too. And I have some Pro Tools sessions that we can go over so you can see the plugins and just see everything. This is Juice WRLD's engineer, Max Lord. Some of the outboard gear that Max Lord has used in the past includes the following: the Neve 1073. Whether it's a plugin or it's the gear, this is a classic preamp and EQ that is used by many professional engineers. It is known for its warm and musical sound. Then we got the Tooltech CL1B. This is a high quality compressor that is often used on vocals. It is known for a smooth and transparent sound. And then we got the Universal Audio UAD2. This is a hardware software plugin system that allows you to use classic analog gear in your digital recording setup. Max Lord has used a variety of plugins on Juice WRLD songs, with UAD plugins being some of the main focused ones, including the LA2A compressor, the Pultec EQ P1A, and the Fairchild 670 limiter.
Jared Anthony Higgins, better known as Juice WRLD.
He is an inspiring person and a prolific artist at that. I've never seen anything like him. I don't know if I ever will again, and it's something I'm just eternally grateful I was able to be around for, and when I was. He did have a very eclectic music taste and a very eclectic influences on his music because of it. And, you know, we would listen to Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin or 3 Days Grace, or, man, there were some bands that I don't even remember the name that he listened to that were kind of more early mid 2000s rock and roll that, you know, I had never heard of until he would play it. Daywave was one of his favorites, who's kind of similar to Tame Impala, which he liked also. And then was obsessed with Lil Wayne, rapper called Lucky from Chicago. He put me onto St. John very early before that was really a thing. Nobody can make him one thing or the other.
Right.
But they definitely informed, because there were times when, knowing how much he loved Daywave and that style of music, where I would try to figure out, like, how do they make their voice sound like this? Right. You know, I've just got a vocal chain, a GML mic pre, Tube Tech, and then, you know, a Bay Neve pre, the Bay Lex and Shadow Hills compressor for hardware stuff. And then Apollo, just going into the computer with like 5 different UAD cards essentially. Oh, you have a U87. We've got to change all the op amps and we got to mod your mic and do all this. I'm like, okay, great. So I got back to LA because we were on tour and he told me that. And then I couldn't get a hold of him. So I was like kind of sick of waiting. So I was able to find one of those inner tube mods for the microphone, because the 67 is one of my favorite mics.
Yeah.
And I can't afford one. So I was able to find the tube mod kit and, you know, just swapped out all the internals on the mic and was able to find a super fancy tube to put in there, like a new old stock tube, an old Siemens, I think, and, you know, do it without Jess. But man, it sounds really good. And I was really happy I did, because Juice at the, you know, I was with him when I built it, needed a tube microphone and I didn't have access to one. So was able to make it happen. And I'm so happy I did that, because it sounded incredible through it. Swapped out all the tubes and my tube tech for different ones. Just because, you know, if everyone has a U87 or a C800 and a tube tech and a 1073, like, what can we do to at least sound a tiny bit different?
But the craziest thing is, a lot of artists nowadays want to sound like somebody else. They want to get the same settings, the same mix, but it's like Juice and his engineer, they was doing things differently, because if you swap the tubes out, or if you mod a mic and make it a tube mic, it's gonna sound different compared to the other microphones. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to be a little bit different, right? You don't want to be the same, right? So yeah, take that lesson and try to be more focused on you and how you can make your sound different from other people. What I have here is a XXL magazine article from 2018. And it says, producer Nick MIRA, the 18-year-old Virginia native responsible for producing 8 of the 16 songs on Juice's debut LP. I'm not going to read all of that, all right? Applies Juice for the ability to connect with his audience as well as his musicianship, all right? For the people that don't know, Juice WRLD plays piano. Listen, for the people that don't know, Juice WRLD played piano and guitar. So he was more than a rapper. He understood keys and melody, all that stuff, right? He knows what sounds good, and he's not just going into the studio to record a bunch of random, unthought of bars, states MIRA, who's worked with Juice since 2016. He's really good at melodies and just developing good songs. I feel like a lot of it is actually the quality of music and how people relate to it or can easily attach themselves to it, because it's not just some braggadocious flex rap or mumble rap that everybody's being saturated with nowadays. It's something a little different, and it's giving people real music to listen to, and that's why he's been able to succeed. And that's coming from one of the producers that helped shape his sound and give him one of his biggest records. Now, let's take a look at a session or two. Looking for the UAD plugins, because Max Lord said he uses a bunch of them. Well, I see one right here is the EMT. I gotta buy this plugin, actually. I could do the demo, but I need this to be native first. But this is one. It's in there a couple times from what I see. Oh, what's on the record track? We got an EQ. We got a compressor, stock plugin. We got Auto Tune Pro. Nothing crazy far as the settings as we see is just a 9. So like, there's no secret Auto Tune setting that makes Juice WRLD vocals sound just crazy, right? It's a 9. For this song, I've seen it change plenty of times, but for this song, it is a 9. Let's see, let's scroll on down. We see it again. See the MT 250 again and again. Let's see what else we got. See if I can find something else that's like a UAD plugin. There we go. This is a UAD plugin, and they also have the Plugin Alliance version of this. A lot of Juice WRLD fans hit me up and they'll ask me to get the settings to like this plugin or something, because they can't open this session, or they can't, I don't know, it'd be something like they can't open it or whatever, right? So we see a lot of Waves plugins. This Cider right here, we got Reverb right here. Can't really complain. Like, people use Waves plugins, bro. No matter how you try to slice the apple, people use Waves plugins. And then you see all these crazy different, like, this is a bus right here, this is an aux for this, all of his libs right here, and then another one, and then it's another one, right? So all these got pretty much the same thing right here, except for this got 2 EQs and this one don't. Same EQ that's on the record track, same EQ, like those don't change. Kramer Pi default settings. The settings are a little bit different on this one versus this one. It's just like this one's closer to 4 and this one is on what? -8. All right. Then you got the C4 with a Pensado vocal. Then we got an exciter right here with Waves plugins, de-esser, Waves. Yo, everyone uses this preset, the lead box right here. Crazy. And boom, I had to finally find you I guess what you call it, the third universal audio plugin that Max Lord says he just put so many of them in here. All right, so it's like you kind of get an understanding of like, hey, Juice World performance, delivery, voice, and just the way his vocals are naturally help like shape everything, right? It's not like a secret setting that's gonna make you sound like Juice WRLD. It's not a secret setting that's gonna make the people love you like Juice WRLD. That's not gonna happen because you got settings. And just so you know that this is Juice WRLD. This next session is gonna be from 2018. It is the Relapse song. Okay, we got Nick MIRA on the beat. And I was just going through looking to see if they had any UAD plugins in here. No UAD plugins, right? We see auto-tune artists right here, auto-tune artists, right? And there's no secret settings to this either. 15. So the other one was 9. This one is 15, all right? Pro Q2, I don't have that plugin. RVox is on here, and those are the same things there, but on the duplicates here we have what? Okay, make sure there's no hidden plugins on there. Okay, this right here we have a doubler, Pensado vocal. They took the middle out right there. And then they got the cavitator right here going crazy. And they got punish on, so I know they're saturating that crazy. Then right here we see auto artists, and we see the flanger right here. This is a stock. I would say stock, but it's an air plugin for Avid. Then we got a Waves plugin, same thing. RVox, and then we got Pan Man, and then people gonna say, but you click on RVox. I just clicked on RVox right there. And yeah, so that's what we're really looking at. And then we see the hook bus right here is de-esser right here, the API 550A, the CLA 2A, because they don't have the probably honestly because Max Lord uses the UAD. Like whoever tracked it, they just had access to Waves plugin, so that's all they put on here, or that's what they had the studio at the time. And yeah, and Sound Toys for sure. All right, so see what's going on. So let's play the hook real quick. I need to take the beat out because I ain't trying to get hit with no copyright or nothing. So
you can see the pain in my laugh, demons coming back from the past, feeling like I'm about to relapse, voices in my head, all I can hear them say is everyone wants me dead.
Because see, on the scene, they have this right here. This is what's really standing out right here. So I'm going to go through the plugins right here. All right, so it's a telephone effect on that. All right, age delay. All right, see that? Talk box, you see that? Flanger, you see that? Right, and then we see reverb. And then we see the RVox again. So let's go back. Let's play.
You can see the.
Let's take the top box off and the flanger off.
You can see the pain in my laugh, demons coming back from the past, feeling like I'm about to relapse, voices. You can see the pain in my laugh, demons coming back from the past, feeling like I'm about to relapse. You can see the pain in my laugh. You can see the pain in my laugh, demons coming back from the past, feeling like I'm about to relapse, voices in my head.
And then we see right here, we got the L2. You know, everyone loves the L2. And then you got this right here. So you're just doing some metering, RMS metering and stuff like that. So yeah, that's always good to do, right?
Yeah, Perk 30 knows, come on. Yeah, Perk 30 knows, please lean with it, OD. No. I be mixing moon rock with the do-si-do. Used to put that oxy in my nose. I never fuck with coke. It's so bad. What you? Yeah, is she with you? Come on. Bitch, I'm rich and you bad. What's the issue? Come on.
No, tighten this up like that shit.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bitch, I'm rich and you bad. What's the issue? Hop out the jet. It's a tat. Hop, talk a bet. It's a tat. Hop out the jet. Bitch, let's play fetch. Watch is an AP, no tat. Hey, huh? Yeah. Hey, I'm back in. I'm finna serve another round. I got rich off rap, so I ain't have to sell another pound. 40 make a nigga dance like he crept with the 60s. I know some Crips with some bloods, if I call up their phone, they be with me. I know some Crips with some bloods, if I call up their phone, they be with me. Try to make them dance like he crept walking on 60. I get the cash, I stack it out, went to Louis, spent a 60. I wanna be by my lonely. I party perk by my lonely. I put in work by my lonely. 40 on me, you know it's my homie. I wanna be by my lonely. Sometimes.